Welcome to Green Room Radio. We are back. I am here with Little Rach.
Howdy do.
I got Spanky Hayes.
Hee-haw.
Yeehaw. 4-Pac. And we got a very special guest this week. He goes by the name Pop Snoop.
Yep.
All the way from Detroit, Rock City.
For Chisel.
For Chisel. There it is.
Hey.
How you doing, Mr. Snoop?
Hey,
Welcome.
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm around good company.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
Funky
You-
D, man. Come on.
Man,
Such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
You look like you stay in good shape, man.
Yeah, I'm in good shape, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you guys younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
40. So y'all keep me young.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Right.
That's what I've heard. So I'm gonna take note
Really,
when I
you
get
guys keep me
older.
young, yeah.
how many grandkids you have?
I got 3 grandsons and a granddaughter. And I got 7 great grandkids.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
Just had one 3 months ago.
Holy cow.
congratulations!
Thank you.
Yeah,
Just exciting.
What
Love that.
do you think? Is there a difference between the boys and the girls?
So my grandsons, my great
yeah.
great
Grandsons or the granddaughter?
No, my granddaughter, she kind of to herself. I mean, we see her every now and then, but like my grandsons, like I said, they more like me. My oldest grandson, Spank, he laid back. Dirty,
Say Spanky.
Yeah.
Dirty. He bona fide businessman. Julian bona fide businessman.
He goes by Dirty.
Yeah, he played football.
Okay.
Yeah. Bishop Gorman. No, he got a scholarship.
Oh yeah, Bishop Gorman. Yeah.
He got a scholarship at UCLA, but he never put the pads on.
Oh.
And Snoop got mad at him. I told Snoop, you had basketball scholarship. He said, hey, Pops, I want to rap. I said, go for it.
Yeah. So I know these guys. I know Snoop had a little football league.
He still got it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
did all your grandkids come from that?
Yeah, all of them played for it.
Yeah.
Juju Sluicer, Pittsburgh. The Black Mama played for Kansas City. A couple of guys played for Cleveland. I think
that's awesome.
8 or 9 guys that played for Snoop made the pros.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Damn.
great.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
great.
I just heard.
Family full of legends.
I heard. Are you guys related to Warren G?
No,
Did I hear that? No?
Ray J.
Ray J. Okay.
Ray J. Mom and I, we from the same hometown.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Okay.
cousin. Yeah.
What is your hometown?
She from Macomb, Mississippi. I'm from Magnolia, which is 2 miles away.
Okay. How do you spell Mississippi?
Oh, spell it backwards.
I'm trying to
Spell it backwards.
spell it backwards. Yeah.
You can't spell Mississippi for real?
No, I think it's Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't a little jingle in school.
No,
They
Mississippi-
made, hey, for the white people, they made it a jingle. We had to-
No.
We need help.
We call it MIS crickle letter.
Humpback,
PPI.
humpback.
Humpback PPI. Oh,
Okay.
Humpback. That's my mom. My mom's from Mississippi.
my boy.
I guess that's how you
I
do
don't
it.
know exactly.
Right.
Jackson,
Okay,
Mississippi.
my sister went to Jackson. Same
Yeah.
dad's mama did.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, my mom actually grew up in Alabama, so I got
Y'all
a
got
little
the
bit
good
of.
food down there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can burn down there, man.
Yeah, I heard you say. Well, I heard you say, Little Rach, Baltimore is the crab cake. What is Mississippi? What are they known for?
Collard greens,
Collard
ham,
greens.
neck bones, ham hock, anything to give you high blood pressure.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
That's
Right.
what. Growing up with my mom from Alabama, I ate a lot of soul food. That
What part of Alabama she from?
she was from Mobile.
Oh, my auntie lived in Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama. I
So
did
my
a
mom
show
there, she was actually a cheerleader at the University of Alabama.
Okay,
Oh, that's
Crimson
dope.
Tide.
Crimson
How about
Tide,
that?
yeah.
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I actually have a picture of my mom when she was at Alabama. It's in the little drink.
Aw.
room.
Oh, you got some.
Yeah, you gotta show
I-
us.
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why did I put my mom?
I'm like,
in
what
there?
does
My
your mom look like?
My
I'm
mom
curious.
needs to be in here somewhere.
Is your mom?
Aw.
for real.
Is your mom my age?
My mom is.
You single?
No, my mom is. How I know this? My dad was 1942. My mom is 1952.
Oh,
That's close to you, right?
I'm 1949.
Yes. Yeah, I
I
got
be-
your flight, so that's why I was saying you look. I think so. What would that make my mom? Is she 70?
No, she about 69.
Mm-hmm.
I be
Okay.
74. I be 74.
My
in
mom was born
December.
55.
You'd be what?
I be 74 in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about?
your
Your
birthday
mom-
Oh yeah,
you're
I,
my mom's age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see that December what?
13.
Yeah. So see, I'm 19th.
Okay. Oh, you said. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
yeah. So
wow.
we need to do our.
Yeah.
That's
we need
close.
to do our birthday
yeah.
at the Spearmint Rhino or something.
Oh, just let me know. I will
Papa
show
Snoop.
up.
He said, I will show up for that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I tell people, man, having a birthday like that close to Christmas, I always felt like we got robbed, man. They're giving us.
No,
our,
we get robbed. You get a birthday gift and a Christmas gift. Come on, man.
yeah, I thought they would give us our Christmas gifts for our birthday. I don't know.
Yeah,
Nah.
that sucks. I used to date a girl, her birthday was the 26th. I hated that.
Aw.
I used to hate that. God, I got to
Yeah,
buy
you-
2 days, 2
I
in
bet
a
everyone
row.
with 26
Right, 2 in
feels
a
the
row.
same.
Oh my God, it was the worst. It was the worst, bro.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man.
For real.
So how'd you end up in Detroit?
I was tired of L.A. I was living a fast life, hanging around drug dealers. They saw getting killed.
Did you know who's the guy? The other guy, not I actually got Freeway. Did you know Freeway Rick?
He's younger than me.
Younger than you, okay.
But let me say this: I used to live right across the street from Dorset High School. School there. He was a big time tennis star.
Yeah, you know what was weird is I met him for the first time. I believe it was a Weed Expo, MJ BizCon. But I had White Boy Rick with me, so I had a picture with White Boy Rick and Freeway Rick
Right.
on both sides. I'm like, man, this is one of them 1 in a million shots.
Let me tell you about White Boy Rick. You ain't gonna believe this. When me and Snoop first moved on White Hill in Yorkshire on the east side, the Carrier boys, they was drug dealers, right? I seen White Boy Rick twice. He was like 18 years old. He was just a kid.
Oh, so you seen him before he went in?
right?
While he was still
But I never spoke to him.
okay.
But when after the second time I saw him, he got locked up. Okay, but the Carrier boys lived like 4 blocks from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, when Snoop moved in with me, he was just 15 years old. I got him his first job at McDonald's on 8 Mile and Green Line.
Okay, I know
That was my first job.
That was my first job
Right,
too.
Mine was Office
No
Max.
shame.
Office Max.
Okay, I was a man.
Oh man, I can't.
shame,
I
no
can't,
shame.
I can't picture you at all.
Yeah.
I was definitely there.
But it was a perfect situation because I worked with 8 Mile and Livernois.
Right. I know that.
When I first got to Detroit, I was training letter carriers, right? I worked there for 3.5 years. And the manager at Mickey D's on 8 Mile Green Line, she was my girlfriend. I said, hey, my son's coming in town for the summer. His mom was having problems out of him because he got hooked up with the gang. She said, I'm sending his ass to you. She said, he get on my nerve. So he came to Detroit. I tell everybody, Detroit changed his life and changed my life. Stu's music career really started at McDonald's on 8 Mile and Green Line.
Oh wow.
He was always rapping. Everybody that worked with him, man, your son's a hell of a rapper. Man, I wasn't caring about no rap, man. I'm a singer, R&B. I'm looking at Motown. But he was rapping one day. We was going fishing one day down by the Detroit Free Press at the river. You know what it is?
I know that. Yep.
He was rapping one day, and I was stupid. I said, hey, man, I had a long day. I'm like hearing that shit. Guess what he said? He said, Pops, at 15 years old, one day the whole world gonna know who the fuck I am. And it's the way he said it. Me and my homeboys still laughing, right? And moving fast forward, he's 51 years old. The whole world know who he is. He believes.
Yeah,
That's
sure
how much
do.
he believes in
That's
himself,
true.
man.
That's true.
Right. So when we go back to Detroit, the people he worked with at Mickey D's, they always come to the show. We walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
He was 15
So
years
the
old.
same people that worked at Mickey D's would come see his show now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's-
He
that's
probably
great.
let him come.
Yeah.
Free
We
type
bring him in because my first girlfriend in Detroit, before homegirl at Mickey D's, she grew up on Fairview and Mac.
shit. Okay.
That's the D piece, as you know.
Okay.
Down about Southeastern High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to throw rave parties at a building called Mac in Bellevue.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I used
Oh,
to
you
throw.
was in the hood.
Yeah. No,
No
everybody,
doubt about it.
everybody said they're like, man, you better keep these rave parties hidden because they find out you're in there, they're gonna come in there and get all your money.
Man, tell me about it. Don't mention Mac and Bewick.
Yeah,
Shit,
Yeah, that's
the
worse.
parties back in the day.
Wow.
I'm trying to know. I'm like, tell me more about that. Tell me about your life. Like,
Oh, in Detroit?
yeah.
So you went from Mississippi to Detroit, or did you go to LA?
No. Them take it down
Yeah.
memory lane.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I moved to California. I was almost 17 years old. I did my last year of high school. I lived in San Francisco for about almost 2 years, and I got drafted, right? They was drafting back then. So when I got drafted,
Oh, for the war.
yeah, Vietnam War.
So when they draft you, you ain't got no choice, right?
No, you got to let me
try?
run it down to you. When they draft you, you turn 18 years old, they send you letters to come down to the draft board to get your card. This is back in '68.
Okay.
The Vietnam War was red hot then. It was a TV war. People watched it every day. Some people seen their kids get killed on TV that was in Vietnam. I'm dead
That's
serious.
wild.
So when I got my draft card, then they call you again to come down to take a physical. Went down to take my physical, man. It was 1A, 4F and 1Y. If you was 4F and 1Y, I mean, you wasn't in physical conditioning according to the military. I was 1A. Next thing I know, I'm in Washington, Fort Lewis, Washington, taking basic training, 8 weeks. Then they shipping down to Fort Bliss, Texas, in El Paso. That's where I trained for Vietnam, man. But I trained in the desert in White Sands. Vietnam is a jungle. Figured it out.
Right.
So I go home for a month on leave. I leave for Vietnam June 3rd. I left from Travis Air Force Base. It's in Fairfield, California. So we stopped in Hawaii, stopped in Guam, Wake. The last time we made was in the Philippines, right? That's why I bumped into James Brown at. Because he was going over there to do a show. Cause all the entertainers back then was going to Vietnam to do shows. Usually, I mean, everybody was going over there because everybody was curious about Vietnam.
Right.
So that being said, when I left the Philippines, it was two and a half hour flight from the Philippines to Vietnam. Because of Vietnam, man, and the plane landed, and I'm from the South. I'm used to being around heat, right? But when they opened that door up in that plane, man, in Vietnam, that heat felt like it was 1,000 degrees.
Wow.
I had never felt heat like that in my life. You hear me?
Wow.
Worse than like the worst heat
Nobody
in
had.
Vegas.
That's like Vic, thank you.
No,
Like
no.
Vegas can get bad.
No,
but-
Vegas was light, man. I'm talking about tropical heat. Tropical heat.
No, I get it.
Meaning with the humidity?
Yeah,
Right.
Humidity.
Oh, you name it, all that.
All of
So let me tell you,
Bugs.
let me tell you this quick story. So we getting off the plane, right? And like I said, the heat was kicking our ass, man. So the plane held 425 soldiers. So we getting off, and we start hearing these rounds exploding, loud. And we look back, it was mortar rounds. They was getting closer and closer to the plane, right? So they pulled the steps back, closed the door, and the plane started moving. This sergeant said, "Hey, man, run into the bunker." We didn't know what a bunker was. In Vietnam, they call you FNGs, fucking new guys. You just got there. And they know you new because your skin tone is looking good. You ain't dark like the guys who've been to Vietnam. You're looking fresh and everything. You run into this bunker, right? Before you stop dropping mortar rounds. So we go, it took us a long bend. So we asked these white guys, man, that was going home, if we want weed, who do we go to? They said, go to Mama's son. We said, who's Mama's son? See, Mama's son's a pimp. We did drug deal and all that stuff. She ran things, right? So from that point on, now about 2.5 hours later, they said I need a 25-man detail. We in Vietnam. We don't have a gun.
Right.
They load us up on trucks, go out to a helicopter pad. I had been in Vietnam less than 3 hours. Gave us a bucket. There was a bunch of medevac trucks out there and flatbed trucks. We brand new. That heat was kicking our ass, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So these helicopters started coming in, landing, dead bodies, man. About 6 of them. And we had to take the dead and put them on the trailer. The ones who made it, put them in the ambulance. And once you take them all off the helicopter, you take a bucket of water and throw it on the floor to wash the blood off. They take it back off again. So we asked the sergeant, where are they going? Guess what he said? They're going to get more. I'm looking at this shit, man. These guys all fucked up. Guts hanging out. I mean, just blow to pieces, man.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was my introduction to Vietnam.
I was first day.
Right, I was wounded 3 times in Vietnam. I'm 100% disabled vet. I was in 241 firefights. Okay, that might sound like a lot to y'all, but my boys that was down by Saigon, they was in almost 500. I mean,
Wow.
Once I got to my unit, it was nonstop, man.
So when you say fight, what do you mean by that?
Shootouts,
Wow.
mortar attacks, suicide runs, RPGs, man.
Damn.
This stuff,
RPGs, those are the bombs they plant on the ground?
RPG is a shoulder fire rocket,
Oh, shit.
self-propelled grenade. So you shoot it
Crazy.
like this, and it's coming at you real fast. You got maybe 1 or 2 seconds to move. I got to hit twice in one night in a 9-hour shootout.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, all Vietnam vets got stories, man. But like I said,
So did you have a lot of friends that were killed there?
you don't make friends in Vietnam.
No.
Me and
Wow.
we could be talking right now, and they drop around. We all gone. You gone? You gone? You gonna make friends? Nope.
Right.
You just you look out for yourself.
You look out for one another, but
Yeah.
you don't make friends, man.
Right.
Yeah, you might be here today and gone tomorrow.
How
I
do you
see that in movies. They be like, "What's difference? What my name is?" Yeah, they be like, "What's your name, man? Tell us your name." It was one movie I was just watching. They was doing that. It was like, "What's the difference?"
Right.
Like, I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that.
And imagine you got one dog tag around your neck, and you got one in your right shoelace and your boot. Just in case you get blown to pieces, they can identify and know who you are.
Wow.
Wow, that's a scary thing to know.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they
Wow.
call that today an ankle bracelet.
No. That's how the nun was, man.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
The only thing kept us going, man, was this good weed they had, that Cambodian red. Let me give you a quick review.
Cambodian red.
Guys, where you was from, Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, back east, it was starting to blow, shooting up heroin. In Vietnam, they had that pure shit, right? Guys down south was drinking alcohol because when I grew up down in Mississippi, I didn't know what weed was until I moved to California.
Right.
Guys in Cali was weed smokers. White boys from around Chico up in that area, they was taking acid, Black Beauties, Red Devils, Noctals, and Yellow Jackets. That was my area back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, right now they doing meth. I had never heard of meth. Back in the day, they was doing hard drugs.
Did you try acid?
Hell no.
Just the weed.
No, when I first moved to Frisco, the first joint I smoked was across Golden Gate Bridge. A couple of guys I was going to school with. They was from Frisco. They knew I'm a Southern boy from the small ass town. So went across the Golden Gate Bridge and got the scope. You can look back at the city, right? So during that time it was Panama Red and Acapulco Gold. Real weed. And I don't mean this bullshit y'all smoking nowadays.
Right.
And the real deal. When they said take 2 and pass, that's how it was. You take 2 hits, your whole chest starts expanding. Going past you. One joint to get about 4 or 5 people high. Back in the days.
Where's that weed now?
Where is that?
No. Let me tell you what happened. When Noriega got busted, they got him in Panama. The Panama Red stopped coming in. Acapulco Gold, they stopped growing that. They started growing this mid grade shit. Y'all smoking right now. Okay.
Yeah, what's weird to me, like I said, and so growing up, my mom, she would have me. I wasn't a weed smoker, but my mom would be like, just go get some fucking weed. There wasn't all this sativa, indica, this brand, this way. Just get me some fucking weed. Right. And I remember I would just go get her weed, and there was seeds and stems, but like fast forwarding to now, and I'm 47 now.
Right.
Something that was weird to me is, again, just like I'm like, my mom, I took her to a dispensary out here, and the guy starts reading her the menu like you're at a fine dining restaurant. My mom's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Just give me the good shit.
Thank you.
Right.
That should be as simple as it is. Not like, hey, this has 9 point whatever terpenes.
Like, yeah, no one cares.
Nobody gives a fuck about any of that shit. Like, what's good and what's not.
But the same thing I told Snoop, my grandkids. They got some in there. I told Snoop, good weed is good weed. Give me your best shit. All these names y'all bringing up, weed is weed, man. Come on.
Exactly. That's how I feel, man.
Yeah. Right.
I just want to know
Nowadays, it's different.
Who names that shit? Like, who's the guy that has to name every?
That boring that they got to name.
I mean, we
weed.
could be the person that names the weed.
Yeah. Well,
would you ever bring out your own weed strain?
Me?
Yeah.
I would like to.
That'd be cool.
The Pop Snoop.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, it won't be none.
I'd be smoking that.
No, it won't be none of this bullshit y'all smoking.
It's good.
Right.
Hey,
Acapulco Gold.
What's funny?
love it.
A lot of celebrities, and Willie Nelson was one of my dad's favorites. But like Willie Nelson, I believe when Mike Tyson came out, a lot of big celebrities,
Right.
They packaged bullshit and sold it, and it was just kind of like a money grab. But I was always like, come on.
Right.
You're Willie Nelson, man. Like you should know what the fuck what's
real.
in that bag. So I'd hope if you did your own strand, you know what's in there and who's growing it and who's.
I would be on the same page with Willie because Willie's a little bit older than me. Like I said, old cat my age, man. They 70s. They'll tell you, man, shit y'all smoking nowadays. You went to Vietnam right now. When I first got to Vietnam, after about a week, we bought a sandbag of weed for $15. That's how cheap we was in Vietnam.
Damn.
And they don't call it weed in Vietnam. They call it happy smoke.
Happy smoke.
Happy smoke.
Yeah, when you smoke it, you happy as hell.
Fair.
I'm happy just hearing about it.
Yeah. But let me say, Asia has the right terrain for all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Vietnam is a jewel of Asia because they grow more rice and grow some of the best shit in the world. But the next place I went to Bangkok on R&R for 7 days. They smoked Thai stick in Bangkok. You know what Thai stick is?
I've heard of it.
No. You take a bamboo, a piece of wood from bamboo.
Okay.
You dip the weed in opium. They take a string and wrap around it. And when you smoke it, you put it in a big old bowl, and they got a fire beneath the bowl, and it's boiling, right? So you got a pipe, I got a pipe, you got a pipe, everybody got a pipe. Just let it flow, man. But once you put that pipe down, believe me, you high all night long. Hong Kong is different.
Shit.
That's like a hookah almost.
Well, it's like a hookah, man, but the only thing about it, they got a fan beneath.
You said it was with opium?
No. Yeah, opium. Opium is big in Vietnam.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah, so in Bangkok, they take the weed and dip it in opium, and then they get real gooey, and they wrap it around the stick. This way they call it Thai stick. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I was in Detroit
Okay.
for a while, they were doing a lot of people that were messing with weed. What was that thing where they're dipping the weed in embalming?
Uh-oh.
Embalming?
No,
CP.
No, the embalming.
That's
fluid.
PCP.
That's PCP.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Well, Angel does. Angel, I'm gonna tell you, Angel does came out back in 1975, and it was in L.A. And I smoked some one time. I just bought my brand new set of Vogue tires for my deuce and a quarter, and I was so goddamn high, man. I'm riding down the barrel. I live in Inglewood.
I used to live in
Did you
Inglewood.
know what you were smoking at that time?
Not really, but everything started moving real slow.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm
So
driving.
you were cruising.
Cruising, man. I hit a curb and
Oh,
blew out
my
two of my
goodness.
tires. And when the tow truck came, the police came, I passed out, man.
Damn.
Okay, that shit cost me about $500 back then. That was a lot of money back in the 70s, man. Come on,
Yeah.
Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's like 5,000
That,
nowadays.
that was the last time I smoked it.
Wow.
They can have it, man. But you should got people smoking.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. They
yeah, no, that's
definitely-
facts. Yeah.
Well, now what they
Definitely.
do, they buy a pack of Virginia Slims, the brown cigarettes, dip the stuff in Virginia Slim. I know some guys in Long Beach. I'm not gonna call their name.
Long Beach.
And they put it out there, let it dry out, and the flies fly on it, right? So the ones with the flies on it, that's what they buy. The ones that don't have the fly, they don't get that. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
at
because
this
it's
shit.
strong.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I just heard that before. I don't know exactly.
Allegedly. So, you know,
Allegedly, I,
Said that real fast.
But here's the deal: that embalming fluid is really embalming fluid.
Yeah.
It draws the flies to it.
right.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yo.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: well, when did you start singing? Like, I didn't know you was a singer. Like,
No, I grew up in a musical family.
okay,
My dad's side keyboard players. Three of the sisters was piano teachers, voice coaches, and choir directors. And back then they had quartets. You guys call them groups nowadays.
right.
Okay. Oh, my dad's oldest brother, Uncle Charlie, he was a jazz musician in Chicago for about 50 years. On my mom's side, guitar players and singers. I grew up in church, man, called down south where your mom came from. That's all we had. Go to church, Bible study, conference, and prayer meeting. I got sick of that shit. I had no choice because I'm home with mom and pops. You know, people down south are very religious, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're very religious. Your mom from Jackson, she'll tell you about it.
Oh,
That's all we had. Was church.
Jesus is my father. 'Cause, yeah,
Oh, you heard it all the
to
time?
her. Yeah,
Oh, so you heard it all the time?
yeah. I never met my father. She said Jesus, your father. So God. Okay.
But think about it. I can guarantee you one thing
Well,
on
thank
Sunday.
God.
On Sunday,
How about that?
we see that one.
on Sunday mornings, I can guarantee your house is probably like mine. My mom started playing gospel music at 7 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
all day
Man.
long.
Sunday,
Oh,
Saturday night,
Thank you. Right, you know what time it is.
past 12 is on.
It's on. It's on.
Yeah, you're gonna hear all that.
Everybody
Mabel
get-
Jack. What was that? Mahala Jackson.
Jazz, stable singers, no,
all of them.
all that.
And a lot of them stay in Detroit too.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
A lot Clark sisters. They stay like down the street
No,
from
no.
me.
I used to be the Clark and Sisters mailman on Outer Drive in Margarita.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's where that's the area.
I
I'm
know
from.
him. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
They should be.
I'm Curtis and Shasberry,
Okay,
corner house.
homeboy. But I was your mailman too.
Yeah, that's why I keep looking at you
What?
like hold up,
Wait.
man.
I was your
Wait a
mailman too.
minute. Wait a minute.
Stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you were a little boy, he was
He
your
was the
mailman.
So you're saying back
This is crazy. This
Back-
is like some
That's
Inception shit. Like
I'm
what?
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling
back
you.
in your mail days, there wasn't mailboxes. I heard you say you just put it on the porch.
No, that was for drug dealers.
Oh, that was for you could just put it and go.
No. Outer Drive. I'm gonna tell you about Outer Drive. Do you remember Martha Jean the Queen?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened to her. She lived on Rose Lawn, off 7 Mile, not too far from Lou's Deli.
Right.
Right across
Lou's Deli.
Oh, right across
Jesus
Mary Grove
Christ.
College, and you had
Yeah, I'm right there.
what's the name of the school? That Carmen Harlan went to. The Wine Brothers went to.
Jeez, you said Carmen Harlan. That's crazy. You are from Detroit.
Yeah, right. I know. I
that's
know them all.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So-
Montford High School is right down the street.
Okay, yeah, that's that way. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was walking. It was one of the time I was training to carry one day, and I was smoking a cigarette. And I dumped it on the snow, and she saw it. She came out there and cursed me out and made me pick it up. Mother Jean. From that point on, I can't say I didn't like her, but from that point on, I didn't speak to her. Okay.
Right.
And out of drive, like carers had a bad habit. They call it cutting lawns to finish your ride a lot quicker.
Okay.
Rosetta Hines used to be the DJ at WJZZ. I knew her. We was real good friends. She lived on Outer Drive. And,
Outer Drive.
And a couple carriers, people don't realize when you walk across somebody's lawn, you're making a path.
Yes.
Okay? But Outer Drive, like, them people, they care about their yard.
And by the way, Outer Drive is like a suburb inside of the city. It's
Right.
like a big street of dope ass houses that
Exactly.
go
Yep.
all through the city.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when I filmed my documentary, the first thing I filmed was College Park Post Office. Now, I did Snoop first, McDonald's on 8 Mile Green Line, but now it's a Coney Island.
Right.
So I rolled down to my post office on 8 Mile, right across from Baker's Keyboard Lounge. Go down, hanging right on Outer Drive. Outer Drive should look good.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Outer Drive starts on the east side. And
Yes,
Mac.
sir. Yes,
right,
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
It goes all the way out to Burt Road.
Mm-hmm.
It's in bits and pieces, as
Yeah,
you know.
because like right now, my mom is on Outer Drive in Greenfield.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
out-
And those old folks' homes over there.
Close to the 96 freeway.
Right.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh, yeah.
And then Sinai Hospital used to be like right across the street.
I know
Yeah.
exactly where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where I was born. I was born in Southfield. I'm trying to think of what the hospital was called.
Was you on
Southfield.
11 mile, 12 mile, 13 mile road? I stayed in Southfield when I filmed my documentary on 11 Mile and Telegraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, you from Detroit for real. Come on,
Yeah.
So you got a
Real
documentary
deal.
coming out. When is it coming out?
We filmed the guy who filmed it, Rob. It's ironic. You know, he does prison reform,
Okay.
and he lived in Detroit. So Stu's mom, may she rest in peace. We grew up together. She was on his board for 10 years, right? So I met Rob 2 or 3 times. I just spoke to him. That was it. I didn't know where he was from. So after we put Stu's mom in the ground, Stu had vans for all the people from out of town, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a limousine, me and this other guy, and I saw him and his wife walking. I said, man, if you want to, you can. I said, since I know you can ride with me. It'll be a lot easier to get into Stu's compound instead of being in them vans.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was going to be a lot of people in his compound. So he jumped in the car in limo. We started talking. I said, hey, Rob, where you from? He's from Detroit. I said, yeah, I said, what part? He said, East Side. I said, I'm from East Side. We got chopping it up. I said, what part of East Side? I grew up in the Parkside Projects off Corners. I said, what? I said, that's my hangout spot. It was a Church's Chicken right next to the Parkside, right?
Oh,
I said, man, I told her, my route was Bald Forest, Somerset, Nottingham, and Bakersfield from I-94 Service Drive down to Warren.
Wow.
He said, man, you know my folks, so we got to chopping it up, right? So he's the one that came up with the Detroit Mill. He's the one that came. He's my manager now and my producer. He's the one. You remember R.J. Watkins?
Of course.
Okay. He
Who,
came.
who was R.J. Watkins?
Tell him who he was, man.
R.J. Watkins was like
I've heard the name,
a
that's
part of like the scene, the new dance show
on the weekend and
right. He was like the Puffy, first kind of Puffy.
Yeah, right,
of
right.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Right.
I got it.
In a sense, he threw a lot of parties.
Right.
He had it on the cable station. You know.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, yeah.
R.J. Watkins. Yeah.
Right,
He
right.
like was a big promoter.
Yeah, he was,
basically.
right.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to tell you, the last time I seen R.J., it was back in 96. We was on tour, the college tour, did Michigan State, University of Michigan. So this guy I knew, a big-time drug dealer, we called him Chattel Mac. He got paralyzed, he got shot. So he gave Stu like $25,000-$30,000. He said they call, in L.A., in Detroit, they called me L.A. L.A., bring him down to Highland Park on Woodward Avenue. Okay? And R.J. Watson had a club. Just it's a bridge down there. You have to go in there. He had his club was right here. The bridge right there.
Like the dancery, right? Something like that.
Yeah, big building, right?
Yeah.
He
My uncle used to go. He used to love that spot. Like, yeah, I'm going to
right.
the dancery. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, he was on Myers and Puritan for a minute too.
Okay.
He-
Mine's
he-
a Puritan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Going towards Schaefer.
Okay.
Yeah, but he had moved from there to Highland Park. So we did a show there. This is, you know, when you on the road rapping with rappers, you know about you got pickup dates. You know
Yep.
about that. You know, some drug dealers might call you. Hey, man, I got $50,000. Come to this club, just walk through, come in for the hour. One way, you know what I'm saying? I've been through all that bullshit.
Can
right?
you give me some of those? I need that. I need that right now.
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
Real. Like,
Right.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
But we did that, you know what I'm saying? So every time Stu would go to Detroit, I think the last time I was in Detroit with Stu we had that play called The Redemption of the Dog.
I remember that
Down
with
at
Mike
his
Epps.
house. Right. Mike Epps and Eric Renee and Braxton, Tremar Braxton, right? So I flew up there that morning, because every time we go to Detroit, he always fly me up there for one day. Because I don't go on the road no more. I'm too old for that shit.
Hey, if you had to check in with anybody from Detroit, who would it be?
Right now?
Yeah.
White Boy
Nobody.
Rick.
White boy Rick.
Yeah, White Boy Rick.
No, I know he don't have to check in, but I'm trying to check the.
No.
Who else?
You gotta
Who
check
else?
in.
No, White Boy Rick and my crew that I came up with at College Park Post Office. Every time
Yeah.
I come to college, come to Detroit, his brother lives in Oak Park. He plays piano. Dorsey Rummett. Okay, he came from a big family like that. I did in a musical family, so that's who I hang out with. For us, everybody else, most of them moved when they retired. They moved down to North Carolina. They moved down to Florida. They moved to Tennessee.
You know Trick?
The rapper?
Trick the rapper?
Yeah, I met him before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know he's
That's
good.
my
He's,
homie.
he's
Yeah.
definitely good friends with your son, but he was the one that kind of started that no-fly zone in
Yeah.
Detroit. If you
Right.
don't check in with him, but
Right.
so I just always ask that. It's kind of a funny thing. I don't even know if he fully enforces that or.
I know
Or-
he used to.
He used to.
He definitely
Yeah.
used to.
No,
But he was probably the biggest gangster in like my era of being in Detroit.
Okay, let me give you an example. I don't do checking in Detroit. I'm tell you why. I did an interview 2 weeks ago, right? For 105.9 Mason.
Yeah.
You know Mason.
Yeah,
is.
Mason.
Yeah.
He, a Pistons announcer.
Yeah, right. But,
Yeah.
but not. He's they're in Royal Oak right now.
Okay.
My girlfriend Ava hooked me up with it, right? And I did an interview. It was like about 10 minutes and stuff, and he asked me questions. And see, a lot of people didn't know that I lived in Detroit. A lot of people didn't know that Snoop worked at McDonald's in Detroit. So I gave him the 411 on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, didn't Snoop Dogg did he make a one of those Happy Meal combos? You know how all the rappers today are doing.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of rappers
Yeah,
have
no,
been
I know
doing-
what you're talking about.
A lot
yeah.
of rappers are doing like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I feel like Snoop did one, but I'm not 100.
I think
all
Cardi
that,
B
all that
did.
about Happy Meals when Snoop worked at McDonald's. I got sick of McDonald's. He was working the Happy Meals to my damn house every day.
Hey, I still eat Happy Meals to this day.
My daughter. I just bought my daughter one. Hey, who shot Tupac? Who you think shot? Who,
Well,
do you think
Well, they
that
just got the
KPD
guy,
did it?
right?
That's who they say got it. I think he did it
Right.
too. But who you think did it?
Well, okay, let me tell you about this. I was around death row from the very beginning until Sugar went to jail, right?
Right.
I was a driver called Snoop, Nate Dogg, and Dad. Nobody had no driver's license.
Rest in peace to Nate Dogg.
Right.
sir.
So,
Wow.
So that being said, the night of the fight in Vegas, Sugar had rented 2 vans with me and Snoop and them to come to the fight. We went up there a week prior to that because Don King brought my son up just to do a commercial. That's why I met Don King through DJ Pooh. So
DJ Pooh, what up, man?
right. So we had, like let me that particular night when the night of the fight, we up at Larry B. West on Santa Monica Boulevard. Snoop was doing his last album for Death Row, The Dogfather. It was me, Snoop, Heavy D, Ray J. It was a bunch of us up there, right?
Heavy D. Rest in peace, Heavy
right,
D.
Right. So I'm looking at my watch. I was Snoop. Man, the fight gonna start in a couple hours, man. I was like, Vegas was a 3.5 hour drive, but I know how slow Snoop is, right? Say, hey, Pops, he said, hey, Pops, Mike Tyson ain't gonna pay my bills. He said, I got problems with the internal revenue. He said, we're not going to the fight. So we didn't go to the fight. But that night, when I got back I was living in Toluca Lake. I get back to my apartment. I think it was me and LT, and about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, Dad's baby's mama called, Kenya called, screaming and hollering. I was, what's wrong with you? Oh, Tupac and Sugar just got killed. That's how I got the news.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So that's and when Biggie got killed, I parted with Biggie a night before he got killed at the House of Blues.
Wow.
Everybody was there. Russell Simmons, everybody.
Hey,
was there.
here's a question I wanted to say just
Right.
before I forget about it.
Right.
So being Snoop's dad, I mean, were you during that death row era as a dad? Were you worried about him? You know, like
Not really, man. Cause no, like everybody. Here's the deal: the first time when Suge them started out at Solar Records, Dick Griffith. I knew Dick,
okay,
Uncle Hongo and Sunset. Suge got them an apartment on Woodland and Franklin, walking distance. Okay, a flea bag. It was a flea bag because the DOC was living with Snoop then. That's when I first met the DOC in '92.
Okay.
So everywhere Suge then went to the studios, Suge had shot up. He had shot up in the studio that night. God, the first night I went to the studio with Dre, everything was cool. The next day he come up to Snoop's house. He said, "Hey man, we're not going to the studio. Some shit went down with Suge. Some shots was fired." So when he left Solar Records, they started bouncing around. Every time I would come out, I was come out to LA 8-9 times a year, staying for 2 or 3 weeks to leave without pay because Suge was putting money in my pocket, right? So then my boy from Detroit, Bush Smalls, that played Kungas, Suge brought him out to a death row. He kept saying his name on all these albums. So Bush Smalls was the one that brought the funk to death row. Okay, he was a veteran compared to Dre then, right? So we found Ken now. The first time I took Snoop and all them up there, man, cause he had a Jeep. The whole Jeep was packed full of people. I'm driving, right?
Mm.
And everybody, and we get out, and they dog pull out the big 44, and everybody pulling out guns, and I seen sandbags up against the window. I was like, God damn, this is Vietnam, what? This is goddamn, this is a record label?
Right.
Okay. So I was stupid. I said, why do everybody have guns? He said, hey, man, he said, Pops, it's better to be caught with them than be caught without them.
Right.
One of his friends, I'm not gonna call him name,
Sure.
but no name. He gave me SKS, which it's nothing new to me. I'm a Vietnam vet. I seen every gun you can think of, and that's where all that. That's when you got the red room and all this stuff. And I'm there every day with him, right? But I did not know that all this stuff was going on. I'm on the outside looking in, and I never forget. Suge and David Kennedy had a meeting. Said, he said, I want to vote on who want us to go get Tupac out in jail and bring him to death row. Stupid Dad said bring him on because they knew him already. I think they hadn't did no music with him, but Dad knew his style because we came to Death Row. Dad said 5 songs waiting for him on All Eyes on Me. I'm a rider and all this stuff, right?
Right.
So we know he came to Death Row, man. He had the Jaguar. No, nobody thought that what happened was going to happen.
That is so crazy that you said that. I was telling him in the car, my own, and I think I told you this before. My only interaction with Tupac, I would kind of bus around to go get beer and weed and whatever for people.
You was a runner.
Yeah, they called me a runner. That was my position. And it was really dangerous. It felt dangerous out there one night. So I called and I was like, "Yo, can you get someone to pick me up?" And so I said they sent Tupac, and he was I was telling him a forest green, and he knew drop top Jaguar.
Exactly.
He pulls right up. He got somebody in the car. He's like, hop in. And that was my only interaction I ever had with Tupac.
That's
but I
cool.
was like,
Say less.
yeah, I was
I'll
like,
hop
and
in.
he knew. I mean, he knew the car, everything, right?
Yeah, I drove the car.
Yeah.
I drove with Pac.
Yeah.
Pac never come out to Soup's house in Claremont. Him and Thug, like, they might say 2 or 3 days. I was doing all the cooking, man. Like, I was everybody's daddy. Let me say this, man. No offense against their dad, but I met Warren G's dad, and I met Warren G. I met Corrupt's dad. Corrupt, he from Philly.
Right.
Okay, Upper Darby.
I think Krupp's out here in Vegas right now.
Right now, he lives in Vegas.
I just seen him the other day.
Right. But let me say this. Not that I put myself on the pedestal. I'm known, everybody know who I am, right?
Right.
'Cause I'm the only one that's got a son, biggest stupid in the music business. I've been with him through his whole career. And I'm not riding his coattail. I'm doing my own thing. You feel me?
Right.
So people respect me.
But
for
you
that.
his dad, though. So
Yeah, I'm his dad, right.
Yeah.
I could have walked away from it. I said, no, by me growing up in music, I said, I'm going to ride it out. Okay? I seen how Suge treated them. Stoops didn't really start making money to give Master P. Master P saved my son's career. With no record label fool with it. I got Stoop on his first tour after Suge got locked up. The Lollapalooza tour. Okay?
Right.
So I was the one that went up there with his manager, Bill Wyatt, they call him Butterball, on Gregory and Wilson to William Morris agency.
William Morris. I used to be down with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was up there for about 7 hours trying to convince them that Stoop wasn't like Suge, wouldn't wear him. They finally gave him the green light. That was a 45-city tour, 2.5 months.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna pat myself on it, but that was the best tour Stoop had been on. Cause when he was Death Row, he wasn't doing the kind of tours he's doing right now. No, he had murder trial and there was a whole lot of stuff going on back then.
It was, man.
What did you think of that era of him fighting that case?
I spent 2.5 years in the courtroom with him.
Oh,
Did
it went on that long? 2.5 years?
But
Holy
now what
man.
happened? Suge prolonged the case, and what happened was Stoop came to Detroit in '95, and he had did a show around. It was around Thanksgiving. His trial was gonna start in December. And he said, "Hey, pops," he said, "I want to ask my pops that I need him, but I don't know how." I was Stoop. Here's the deal: I got 25 years in the post office. I got 2 years military time. I'm 3 years away from retirement.
You said 25 years in the post office?
I've been in the post office 25 years.
So did you actually received like a retirement package?
No.
from them?
I had to wait till I turned 62.
Mm.
But I wasn't gonna let my son go down without me being there with him.
Right.
Yeah.
I was seeing him on TV, and he was always looking, hands hanging off his ass. And I called him one day after Stoop. Ted Bundy was a serial killer. He wore a suit. After you look like a murderer when you dressed.
Oh my
Hair all down and shit, you know what I'm saying? Had that swag, that street swag.
Yeah.
So what I did, I flew out there. I was giving you. I'm gonna measure you, and I'm going to Sims on 11 Mile and Gresham.
Wow.
That means suit, but you know where it is.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy you about 9 or 10 suits. These suits I'm buying you, it's going to change the whole persona in this courtroom. I'm already a suit guy. I'm in Detroit, Broadway, Van Dyke's, East Land Mall, North Land Mall. You know how it was back in the day.
Hey, did you ever do the JIT? The JIT?
What's that?
That dance they called the JIT?
No, man, I was too busy back to the bays, man. Come on.
Yeah.
My dance day was over with.
The JIT is like.
You remember the JIT?
Of course.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I put him in those suits, the trial started in December, and you probably didn't hear Snoop said this. Just for Christmas, the judge gave Snoop a green light to go shoot a video, New York with Dabs and Corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am. I'm in this shit full-fledged now. Okay. I noticed we fly to Jersey. We flew to Secaucus, New Jersey. We filmed there the first day.
Okay.
And Snoop said, "Pops, him and they dogs said we going to Times Square tonight, and they said don't tell nobody who you are." But I'm noticing that Snoop got a bulletproof vest on. Nate Dogg went a bulletproof vest. Damn, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. Here I am. I'm in this shit. This is my livelihood now. I'm away from the post office. I got to wait till I turn 62 years old to get my money.
Right.
I wasn't going to draw my money down until I turned 62. You go to Times Square, shooting Times Square. Next day we go to Red Hook. And you got all.
Of course, Brooklyn.
Right. For you guys, here's the story. We go to Red Hook. It was 2 motorhomes, but I noticed that the makeup girls was trying to keep the bodyguards trying to rap to the bodyguards. And I'm saying, I'm telling myself, that's kind of unusual.
Right.
So when we get to Red Hook, we park in front of the store, and me and DJ Pooh and his girlfriend walk across to the store to get a sandwich. It was a Jamaican guy on the store, right? It's like about six stories, right? He asked DJ Pooh, he said, "Hey man, what trail is Snoop in?" Oh, Pooh said, "He's on my fan." He said, "Right there." Not knowing that he had a guy upstairs with a gun, a rifle with silence on it to kill Snoop.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
man. I heard that.
Because the East Coast, West Coast shit was still going on.
Yeah. It was kind of new then.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
but I was there when it started.
I bet.
I was living in Detroit, but I flew with Dr. Dre and Big Seashell to Madison Square Garden, and when Suge said what he said, I told Snoop and them to get your shit, let's go, man. He said, "For what?" After Snoop, you in New York, man. I said, "What Suge just said, if we don't leave now, we're gonna get our ass whooped." If you don't know shit, you don't know what I know about New York. I know how New Yorkers are. Okay. Anyway, back to the video shoot. Here we are. I watched the football game. It's like halftime. I said, well, let me go back in here and grab me a sandwich, you know, because it's getting close to playoff time. I'm a football fanatic, right? So I go back inside the store.
Detroit Lion fan?
No.
Oh, come on. They kicking ass right now.
I know right now, but no, back then I'm a 49er fan.
Joe
Montana,
I like
Jerry
49ers.
Rice.
Yeah. That's my other team. 49ers.
Yeah, 49.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go back in the store, right? So these girls, their sandwich was already made. I'm waiting. I'm finna get mine. Pops, just hold on for a minute. And it really didn't dawn on me until after everything was over with, right? So all of a sudden the police run inside the store. 2 of them did. They say, "Man, did anybody hear any gunshots?" I said, "No." It was somebody just shot in that motorhome. Shot it into that motorhome. I ran back outside. I didn't say nothing because Snoop never had told me no tell nobody who I am, right? I go back out to the motorhome. I see about 6 bullet holes. It was where they did makeup at. The whole back was makeup. The guy who shot, he missed everybody. Let me tell you who was back there. Snoop, he's 6'4". My brother was back there. He's 6'1". My nephew, 6'3". My other nephew, 6'2". E-Man, about 6'2". Rick, DJ Pooh's film guy, he was back there. So when I get to the trailer, everybody gone. So the only people that was left were me and my nephew Rico and DJ Pooh's girlfriend. Okay, I know she could throw down because she hood. My nephew Rico, about 6'3", I know he could throw down. It was 4 guys in our trailer. And there's one guy said, "Man, they should have killed that little skinny motherfucker," not knowing them was dead, right? Then all of a sudden, the eyes locked on me, right? So I didn't say nothing. I'm saying to myself, "Okay, it's 4 y'all, 3 of me. Yeah, I can take 2. Rico can take 2, but no problem. Cause they wasn't that damn big. You my size, I can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?"
Right.
So I said, okay, to keep from having more drama, I grabbed my leather coat. I was snoring like hell, right? Time we walk outside the motorhome, I see E-Man and Rick. They was looking for us. So we go back to the hotel. That's when I told DJ Pooh and Snoop, I say, "Man, them girls set us up." But guess who's on the radio talking shit about it? Biggie.
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was going to come to New York. Well.
Shooting a video in New York.
And Snoop bumped into him somewhere in Atlanta. and went up to his room. You probably heard him on Instagram talking about that. So from that point on, man, and this is why I'm beginning to realize how big Suge was. About 2.5 hours after that happened, we go to the airport in Secaucus. A private jet, 2 Italian guys flying slick here. Real Italians, right? They flew us from Jersey to Wichita. We get on another Lear jet, go from Wichita to Woodley out there in the valley, and that's when I told Stu about, man, the first chance you get the fuck away from Suge, okay. So during the Source Magazine Award, when we go outside, I'm telling Stu now, when that light change, we're gonna go across that light, drop them goddamn boom boxes, and we gonna haul ass. Suge gets in the limousine and drive off. We ain't got no transportation. We get down to the hotel on Central Park. We stuck in that mug for 3.5 days.
Damn.
No tickets. I'm saying to myself, what kind of shit is this? You got all these records out? So I was gonna fly Snoop, LT, and Daz, and Nate down in the back. As long as they reimburse me.
Right.
And I'm working as a poser. I'm making damn good money. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, man, like I said, man, then Daz called me one day. He said, "Hey, Pops," he said, "Suge just took all the Snoop's cars. This he was locked up." I said, "What?" He said, "He took him to death row on Worcester and La Seneca. All the death row officers was on Worcester.
Right.
Started off on Worcester and Westwood, UCLA's there. Moved up again. Then his last place was Worcester and what's the name? And then I seen Rage at Snoop's house, so he had stopped paying Rage. He had stopped paying Snoop. Stupid type person, he gonna tell me shit. And he's really getting ready to be back on the street. Until I got that phone call from Master P. That phone call saved him.
Well, that was the next question I had coming.
Yeah, that phone call I got that day saved my son, man. Master P saved him. Okay, I'll leave it right there.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Shout out to Master P, man.
Yep.
Oh.
There went Barry Sanders.
There's Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was quite an era, man.
Man, I'm tell you guys what I can't believe. You making all this money. Let me take it back a little further. We had just got through shooting a video, and we was on at Stoop's apartment in the Palm District. It was me, him, Big C Style, Half did, and all of them, him and his crew, right? And Stoop made a comment. I was going back to Detroit. He said, "Hey, Pops," he said, you got more money than anybody in this room. I was Stoop, how can I have more money than you guys? You got always hit records. He said, "Pops," he said, "we handcuffed." As you handcuffed, he never would tell me the real, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about all that. I said, you got Deep Cover, Murder Was the Case. I mean, The Chronic, Murder Was the Case, and you ain't got no money. You don't have no money. Come on, Chief. Come on, man.
Right.
So looking back in hindsight, Death Row made $1 billion their first year. Think about how much money they made.
$1 billion.
But Suge was getting 75% of their publishing. Let me take it back to that. He had moved them out to the summits out there in Africa thing. Anyway, he moved them out to the summits, and Snoop wasn't doing no shows, and he was telling me, "Hey, Pop, I'm not doing no shows." Cause I'm trying to figure out, you got music out, but you're not doing no shows.
Right.
But this is what Suge got him at. Suge's wife Sharitha was their manager. Dad's their manager. Suge was CEO.
Okay.
Reggie Wright running security. Okay, so he had them 3 ways. So this guy came out one day. It was Woodland Hills. One Sunday morning, I was out from Detroit again. Doorbell ring, Snoop upstairs asleep. He comes in, and I told Snoop, this attorney wanted to see you. And I didn't know shit about the music business then. He said, "Hey, man, Suge is getting 75% of your publishing." Now I know what that meant.
Right.
75% from Corrupt.
Crazy.
I can't speak on Daz because he's a producer.
Right.
75% of everybody. So that means they get 25%, but you're still not paying. You just come out to Snoop's house and give him $10,000-$15,000, but the money he was making, man, come on.
Right.
That's what I heard.
He wouldn't pay people.
I heard he was always giving people just like little bits and pieces.
Yeah, crumbs, man.
Yeah.
And what I did, the last show Snoop did in Detroit, It was at Cobo Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the,
Shout out to Cobo Hall.
Right.
No, that's not there no more.
Right. I think it's like 2000, 2001 with Master P, and he came out with Last Meal. I don't know whether P knew what it meant. I knew what it meant by him being my son. That's your last album. I can tell you he wasn't happy about Snoop. Once you get back, that Dogger Style record label that you was talking about doing, open it up and get your own stuff. You gonna put money in P's pocket, Sugar's pocket. For you to star, man. You was the first one to take Master P overseas, because Master P's music was cool for the South.
Right.
They love it down south.
Yeah.
I'm from the South, so I can relate to it. A lot of people couldn't relate to it from LA because they used to the West Coast rap.
Right.
Okay.
And New York people wasn't fucking with it at all.
About it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal. Back in them days, if you got LA, you was a rapper like Snoop did, him and Dre, and you get New York, everything else falls into place.
Where was Snoop born at?
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
But his mom, let me take it down memory lane. Snoop's mom, her grandmother, Miss Maud Tate, was a midwife. You guys know what a midwife is? Your mom would tell you back in that day, a white doctor.
I don't know what a midwife is.
That's what. Not she delivers babies. She's not a doctor. She's not a nurse, but she comes to your house and live.
Okay, got it.
So what happened was, man, back then her name was Maud Tate. My mom had 12 kids. Her name's on every last one of my mom's child's birth certificate, include mine. Guess how far me and Stupid go back. Okay.
Were you guys married?
Now me and Bell was never married. What happened was, when Bella's brother was married to my sister, Joe Cool. You know Joe Cool do all my son's artwork.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard of him.
Walk around with the dog suit on stage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's my second older sister's son.
Okay.
She passed away. Anyway, she was married to Beverly's brother. So me and Beverly started writing letters, you know what I'm saying? Love letters and stuff. Because she was real cute. Light complexion, long hair. Every guy was trying to get at her, but she was in love with me. So
you're a player.
Thank you.
You met her in Detroit.
No, I grew up with her in Mississippi.
In Mississippi.
So when they moved to Long Beach in '63, I moved to California in '66. But I had my brother Junebug used to be on stage with Snoop.
I love.
Junebug, that's my oldest brother. And Junebug, my second oldest brother George. Junebug moved to Long Beach. George lived in L.A. So I had family out there, right? But I went to Frisco. I didn't come to L.A. until 1970 until I came back from Vietnam because I got in the military in January. The post office hired me in March. I came to the post office 20 years old. Okay. So that's how far me and Snoop go back.
Did Snoop take the mom's last name?
No.
What is was it Brodus?
Well, let me tell you about this. She was married, okay?
Okay.
And he was in the Navy, and we were still kicking it. We got to see, we were still kicking it. And she got pregnant. Okay, I knew she was pregnant. And my sister, Dad's mama, she was a producer at Stack Records for 6 years.
Wow.
Keyboard player, up for Grammys and all that shit. That's what Dad's got his talent from. Snoop got his shit from me. I mean, my brothers had a group. But that being said, man, when she had Snoop, my sister called me. She said, Vernell, she said, I'm thinking his own boy's baby said that baby Beverly just had, that's your child. He looked just like you. So I used to go down and pick up Snoop, but he was confused because he thought the other guy was dead. He died in jail. And let me say this, the reason why I'm sitting in front of y'all right now, because one person, Warren G. Let me
I love Warren G. Shout out to Warren G, man.
Warren G.
Cool.
That's my dog.
That's my I call him my son. Let me tell you, Snoop, when that guy, her husband died in jail, they say he choked him with a chicken bone, I don't know what happened. So Snoop showed Warren G a picture of me when I was wearing a big afro, and Warren G looked at me, he said, hey, Snoop, that guy just died. That's not your daddy. That's your daddy right there. For everything starts with Warren G. Warren G was the one slipped his CD in that night at Dre's party when Dre didn't want to fuck with Snoop. And Dre said, who is that? That's Snoop. Okay? Warren G was the one guys.
Oh yeah, I saw that on.
Guys stooped away from selling drugs because him, Nate Dogg, and Snoop was selling drugs in Long Beach. And that 187 one on an undercover cop. That song came from that undercover cop busting Snoop.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Did you know Badass?
Did I know Badass?
Oh, that was my dog, man. Rest in peace, Badass.
Badass was cool as hell.
That was my guy, man.
I knew Lil C Style. I mean, I knew them all. Trey D. Me and Trey D.
Yeah.
Me and Trey D. Still talk. I talked to C Style about 2 or 3 months ago. I don't see him that much. The last time I seen Trey D was at the compound.
Okay.
They gave a party. Got to remember, man, all them guys, man, they'll tell you, I was one to cook for them. I was one running the errands. I was the one that went to the account on the weekends when they wanted to party. I was there. Everybody knew who I am, man. But I've always been laid back. I'm not the type father just because who my son is, how big he is. So I'm happy for him and everything. Hey,
how much pussy did you get because that was your son?
I was that way before Snoop.
Yeah, come on, man. I told you you're a player. Come on, man. That's a player,
Snoop
man.
gets it from his dad.
He probably was in the Delphonics or something, wasn't he?
Man, when I was a mailman, I had a baby on every block. Where you been?
I heard the mailman does more than just mail.
Oh yeah, we just deliver.
Delivering it.
That's a good one. We deliver.
Would you say that being a mailman or actually like being in like the music industry is harder? Because I heard that like being a mailman like back in the day it was kind of sketchy.
Did you have a mail truck or did you walk it?
No, see, I walked down in Georgia. They ride.
Okay.
See, here's the deal. You got 2 counts routes at the post office. You got Sherwood Farmers.
Oh yeah,
I've lived there.
I love Sherwood
Yeah,
Farmers. Yeah.
Green Acres. Those people, when I first started working at College Park, they got mail like that. Now you go across the other side, Stopel, Pennington, all that.
Okay.
Off 8 Mile.
Right.
They get mail like this.
Wow.
Okay. Welfare routes. Here's the deal. You got 2 kinds of welfare people. Hear me out. You got some to get on welfare because they have to, and get their shit together and get off of it. You got some to get on it and live on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Those ladies one. When I had my route on Ballford, Somerset, Nottingham, and Beaconsfield, 40% of my route was welfare people and crackheads. Okay.
Crackheads got mail?
Yeah, they get crackheads.
They got a house.
Crackheads can have a
Crack
house
house.
too.
Man, look at
They live in
That
a
part.
crack house.
Yep.
Crackheads was making more money almost than I was.
I believe it.
Shit,
I believe
crack
it.
was
I'm
big
paying,
back in the
I'm paying
day.
for the insurance. I'm paying for the food stamps. I'm paying for all that stuff. Every time I look at my check, and on the 1st and the 15th, they be in the parking lot at the post. I was waiting for you. They want their money because that's the only time you see them. So I put it into that shit. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I say, since you guys want to wait for me in the parking lot, I said, look here. I leave the station at 9 o'clock. 8 Mile. On the east side. My route was only 5 minutes away. I ride down Harper, make a left on Whittier, hit Chandler Park. My route right down the street. Okay. I said, meet me on Ballford and Somerset. I said, I'm gonna give everybody their check if I can carry my route in peace. But when you go pay them A-Rabs down there on Warren, for all the shit you ain't got on credit, because I know you ain't got shit on credit.
Exactly.
They would break down a pack of cigarettes and sell one cigarette for $25. 25 cents. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they was real slick.
The party stores.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
you break me off. Once you break me off, I can walk my route in peace. But if you don't do that, they're gonna follow you all day long. They gonna come up with excuses. My mama got to go to the doctor.
Right.
I died, this and that. Okay, I got sick of hearing that shit, man. Okay, meet me on one corner. Let me get rid of your ass. Okay, and that's what I did, man.
Wow.
Was it dangerous at all? I mean, did you ever, as a mailman, think about carrying a piece or anything?
No, but you can't get killed being a mailman, though.
I'm pretty sure
And
you're
you-
out there.
and you can't get robbed. But
Yeah.
everybody on my route was cool. See, well, here's the deal: when you a mailman, when I first got, I used to carry. I had 5 routes on the west side. I had Curtis, Mendota, Northland, all that stuff. When you was off, I take your route. When you was off, I take your route. But once you get your own route, that's your route.
Right.
As long as you want it. I was on my route for 6.5 years. Everybody knew who I was. I was always on time. Christmas time, they probably give me $1,500. Everybody give me we call them yo-ho checks. You walk now, you leave out, oh, yo-ho, here's your Christmas check.
Aw.
So I had a shoebox. Once after Christmas, I started counting my money, man. That's if you're a good mailman.
Right.
Now, if you want a mailman that's late all the time and dragging, they ain't finna give you shit.
Yeah.
What would make you late though? Just bullshit.
No.
Smoking weed.
The post office had more alcoholics in Detroit that I've seen in my life.
Okay.
The first day I came to College Park, it was in December. It was snowing like a mug.
Yeah.
I pull into the parking lot. I'm brand new in Detroit. I see 2 carloads of people sitting in the car. I'm not are they waiting for mail or what? But not knowing they work there. Liquor store right there on the corner of Norfolk and Livernois.
Right.
Every post office have a liquor store right next door. And they pass the hat every morning.
Hey, what did you think of all the Chaldean people out there in Detroit?
It was new to me because in LA I'm used to Latinos.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing I did notice about it, man, is that they wanted our women, but we couldn't fuck with their women.
Exactly.
Hell no.
That's still the same way
Am
right
I
now.
right or wrong?
Yes.
Right.
They wanted our women, They always had some little fine black baby behind the counter with the glass in front. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're definitely right.
And don't forget, they run Detroit.
Yes, they
sure
do.
do.
And don't mention Dearborn. They own Dearborn.
They own Dearborn. That is theirs.
Yeah, that's
Dearborn is
right.
theirs.
And Hamtramck, Polish.
Yeah.
I work with a whole bunch of Polish guys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit got a lot of, that's
Right.
Yeah, I said Chaldeans were the only people, like they would say when I had the nightclub, like you can't let them in there. I mean, these were all the people with money. These were the money people, but you could walk by with your girlfriend, wife, they didn't give a fuck. They'd grab her right from you.
Yeah.
And then if you did anything,
Right.
all the Chaldeans would just jump you. So I just heard something kind of funny a minute ago. Actually, not funny, but kind of crazy. You said you went back to he never answered who killed Tupac.
Right.
Oh shit.
No.
He said I ain't seen it.
But one thing I do know, Kiefer D did it to himself.
Yeah.
I heard all this podcast and stuff. I've been around Kiefer D. I was around. Here's the deal. When Suge had that office on Westwood and Wilshire,
Right.
he had the Bloods on one side, Crips on the other side. When I was flying from Detroit, I didn't know what was going on. Big Seaside was one hit between those Bloods popped up. I'm flying from Seaside. To me, they people.
Right.
Cause my thing was, I wasn't giving a shit about none of that bullshit. Okay,
We from Detroit. We kill for a different reason.
right. And I told Snoop and Daz
No reason.
Right.
Right.
I told Snoop and Daz one day. They got kind of mad at me after Snoop. You live in Detroit. I said, this bullshit y'all doing here in L.A. You bring that shit to Detroit, you wouldn't last a goddamn week. You wouldn't last a goddamn. You wouldn't
Half
last
a week.
maybe a half a day.
Right. Right.
Am I right or wrong?
No,
you from the D?
right. You're definitely right.
Then I'm guessing. I've seen when it was BKs when I got to Detroit.
BKs.
BKs who was
There's the LKs.
Earl Flann's, right.
Sconey
right.
Yeah.
They club guys on Joy Road. I live on Joy Road in Kentucky, Joy Road. Me and Stoop. About 2 weeks when he first came to Detroit, because I had bought the house on White Hill, but the guy hadn't moved out yet. Okay. So when I moved in his house on White Hill, I paid $29.5 for it. The bungalow is the whole upstairs was mine, 2 bedrooms, had a humongous basement, right? It looked small from the outside, but you walk inside of that basement. In Detroit, here in the LA.
Shout out to basements. I
miss basements.
But let me tell you,
miss them.
But think
I
about
swear
it.
I do.
Think about it.
Yeah, they're not
In Detroit, you never go through somebody's front door. You go through the side door.
Exactly.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Everybody thought I was lying. You
Hey,
use the front door. You go through the side door.
Hey, the only people that knocked at that front door was the police.
Thank you. Right.
100%.
And when he knocked hard.
Yes, he did.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But people, I tell a lot of people, man, Detroit, nobody uses the front door. They come through the side door.
The furniture in the living room be brand new for years because nobody go in the living room.
And hell no, you go down to the basement.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I remember the first day I got to Detroit, I went to this studio, and they didn't even have power on. It was freezing. But they had all 4 burners of the stove going and the stove open and a fan blowing. That was how the heat.
With the fan in the oven.
Next to
Top,
the
yeah.
Yeah, like blowing the heat.
Right.
I was like, what in the hell is
That's
that?
clever.
Bullet holes all over. But
Right.
I'm like, what the hell's
You
going on
gotta
in
do
here?
what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Man, look at
You gotta stay warm, man.
When I lived on Joy Road in McKenzie, I had steam heat. Remember steam heaters?
Oh yeah.
That's what I had.
That's like New York.
Right.
Yeah.
I had steam heat. Period. A lot of people never even heard of steam heat. When I told them, they thought I was bullshitting. You got steam heat. It's steam. It come from the heater.
That's crazy.
You know Steve LaBelle? Okay. Yeah. He's kind of a music guy. He's been in the game a long time. Last time I seen Snoop, I was actually with you. We were at he did a little show at Planet.
Oh yeah,
13.
that show.
He did a DJ set, which
was
really cool. But Steve LaBelle, I think, is who booked it. So I didn't know if that was his booking agent.
But he does. Snoop does DJing.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. No, he had a good list. I almost think somebody programmed it. I don't know because I'm like, man, he
It was good.
either that or he's
was
just
really
got
good.
it because he's
No, he got it. I'm tell you why.
he's got a good music taste.
Let me tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
I'm in New York with Snoop, right? And we in Manhattan. I think we was staying on 42nd Street. And the driver came to pick us up after the show, right? And Snoop gave him a CD to put in. He think it's gonna be rap. It was an old school dramatic.
He listened to that more than anything.
Because he grew up. That's what he grew up with.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "Man, you're a rapper." He's super. Yeah, I'm a rapper because I make money. But this is my real music right here.
Yeah.
That's all. Any party, if you come to a party, DJ Pooh is the one that put all that music together. All the old school. When you come to a party at the compound, We playing all old school. Ain't no
Yeah.
rap. Ain't no
And
rap.
then you got Bishop Don Juan there, so you don't.
That
you don't
was
wanna
my
hear no
next
rap.
question. Where's Don Juan been?
Oh, he's
I-
around.
I
He was
haven't-
sick for a second.
But let me tell you about story about Don Juan. Okay, let me tell you what.
Okay.
My last 6 years in the post office, I became a supervisor. I could have been a supervisor, but I didn't want to be one. I like being out there walking an hour and a half, 2 hours, being out there with the folks. So I'm an outdoors person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the post office was changed over to automation. In other words, automation was if you had two or three people doing one job, automation had it to where that one person can do their job instead of having 2 or 3 people do it, right?
Right.
So every year they would send us to Chicago to school on Michigan Ave and Wacker, around Randolph in the Loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had a club called Slick Rick's and the Cotton Club on Madison in Chicago. And after class at night, we hung out there, right? That's right. This is my first seen Don Juan driving the green Rolls Royce. He was a pimp. And King Boo. But the women I saw him with, I'm saying he wasn't a bona fide pimp. He was shoebox pimp. Because the babies he had, if you could put a gun on my head, I would lay up with him. They look like strawberries, you know. Okay, you know
Right.
what that mean in Detroit.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, for
so,
sure.
But they got told Snoop. I was Snoop. He a shoebox pimp. There's a difference between the. Let me tell you who the real pimps were. When I first moved to Frisco, Phil Muslim.
Almost Slim. That's Nick Cannon daddy.
Okay, let me
People
tell
don't know that.
But hold it. Phil Muslim was on Washington Avenue, and then Rosewood. I think it's Z40's people, something like that. He had the Ward brothers in Oakland. They moved to Mac. They played in the Mac.
Right, the Mac.
Back then you had Iceberg Slim on the east side.
Right.
He was on back then. People didn't realize in L.A. back then Central Avenue was the old Crenshaw.
Right.
When they had to rise, people started moving across. Cause all blacks back then lived on the east side. Now after the rise, they started moving across Figueroa, like Hoover, Manchester, Vermont. So I mean, you was doing half-ass good. Now you live around Florence, close to Crenshaw,
Yeah.
Baldwin Hills. You was balling.
Yes, sir.
I started working at the post office on 39 Crenshaw.
Okay.
We had Baldwin Hills and Ladera Heights. I had
You had it all right there.
I had-
Black Hollywood. That
yeah.
was like Black Hollywood. almost.
Right,
What'd you
yeah.
like better, the Detroit or there? Or
no. I'm gonna tell you what. In L.A., people look down on the mailman.
Right.
L.A., everybody want to be starving.
Yeah.
You was a mailman. They look down. When I got to Detroit, they used to call us.
They love you.
He respected you.
They used to call us 9.9ers. And I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you started off making $9.95 an hour. right. So I got more respect in Detroit. You feel
Right,
me? Yeah.
right.
Well, I heard you say you're an outdoors person. I mean,
Very outdoors.
But how was it doing the mail in the wintertime out there?
Well, let me tell you what. When I first got to Detroit, they first want to kick my ass.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
I
did.
wasn't used to.
That's a warm welcome.
I didn't know how to dress.
Right.
Now, second year, as everything started changing in October, get cold.
Had them long johns on.
Yeah. Around Thanksgiving, this was starting to get cold. January and February, that's about the coldest
Oh yeah.
month.
You.
They say this is the motto in the post office. If you make it through January and February, you can march on in.
Right.
That's funny.
Right.
Yeah, those were.
You can march on in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
And Detroit got some funny weather, man. I've seen it rain, snow.
All in one day.
You just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in one day.
That's like Maryland.
When I was in Detroit,
Same shit.
I didn't listen to the weather. I was a weather man. I'm out there every day walking, so I'm normal. Okay, so it's not gonna rain today. Okay, it's gonna rain. Okay, it's not gonna snow. It's gonna snow. You out there every day walking. For you know the weather better than
Not only the mailman, but also the weatherman too.
So when you're walking,
exactly.
you're carrying the mail in what, like a satchel bag?
Yeah,
you know?
no. Well, we had a bag, and in L.A., I used a cart. It was with 2 wheels on the back, 1 wheel in the front, 2 bags on both sides.
I remember. Okay, I see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because that was for business routes, because they got a whole lot of mail. When I get to Detroit, especially on the east side, on the west side, Sherwood Forest and Outer Drive and Green Acres, they got a lot of mail.
Yeah.
Okay, I had the Four Tops, I had Levi Stubbs, I had Duke Shakir. They lived on Pennington in Santa Barbara. Levi Stubbs, I had him twice. He moved down. You know, where Fairway is going towards Punch the Train.
Yeah.
Palmer Park.
Yeah.
Pontchartrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man, that's a hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's
Remember that.
crazy.
his house is on the golf course.
Okay.
I think
That's where John Sally used to live. Palmer
I know,
Woods.
right?
Yeah.
But
Palmer Woods.
John Sellers saw a little bit of drummers there at Harpo's one night. Remember that shit went down at Harpo's one
yeah,
night?
Harpo's.
Oh, I 94 and Chalmers. That's
Yeah.
my neighborhood.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And guess what? The first show I came to, you ain't gonna believe this shit. First show I came to, we got our itinerary. I seen an itinerary. Oh, we going to Detroit to Harpo's. I just carried me up at Harpo's.
Oh man.
Okay, some white guys on it from
Right.
Grosse Point.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about Harpo's, and my son will tell you, and Dad will tell you, they're one of the best sound systems I've ever heard in my life. And it wasn't that big, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when we did the show, a lot of people on my route, they could walk right across that little bridge to take you from I-94 Service Drive over to Harpo's.
Yeah.
You remember the bridge? Yeah, right. So so it was a bunch. The big four was there. You know the
Oh
big.
my God! I was just talking about the big four.
The big four was
Big
there.
four was 4 policemen that were
and
riding
they
in the
big
car.
and they big as hell.
Big as hell.
Big as hell.
And
drive
if
a
they
black
pull you over, they fucking you
haul
up.
it.
The gang unit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a gang.
Yeah.
They drive. I always drove that black Chevrolet.
Yes.
Impala.
Yes.
Impala.
Yes.
So
it was all around
Right,
Brightmoor.
They were more crooked than the police.
And it's ironic that my neighbor that lived across the street from me in Douglasville, Georgia, where I live at.
Mm-hmm.
He was there that night. I recognized him, right? But he worked on 1300 Boeing.
Okay.
Okay. So police said, "Where's Snoop Dogg's father?" I said, "That's me." Man, why if you bring all these people here, they out there calling your name? I walked outside. I said, "My man, I just left Detroit, December '95." I said, "These people live on my route." So they kind of calmed down after that. Ron Banks was there from the
Rest in peace, Ron.
Right,
Banks.
Ron,
Uncle Ron.
the best falsetto
Man,
in history.
Uncle Ron.
Born with it. Okay.
Wow.
So that really shocked me, man. Then we came in '97 that Lollapalooza tour. I told you I had Snoop on. We played at Pine Knob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Memory lane for you guys,
I
right?
Yeah,
swear.
what is it?
Pine
Pine Knob.
Knob.
It became DTE Energy after that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, Snoop them displayed that on the high school tour with Wiz Khalifa.
Man, that was such a
Right,
great.
yeah.
That was such a
Shout
great
out to
venue.
Wiz Khalifa, man. That's a good friend of mine.
Pine
too,
Knob
man.
for people
And
don't
smart
know.
as hell. But let me tell you.
Grass Hill.
Well,
Yeah,
before-
Pine Knob is
Right.
outside.
You sit on the grass and
Right,
you watch
yeah,
this
it's
shit.
like-
you remember Shane Park back in the day before?
Yeah,
before
that's
he-
Aretha Franklin.
right.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Before they put the top of it,
Uh-huh.
okay. Before Snoop came into the music business, we have concerts. You know, at what's the name of the place downtown? Hart Plaza.
Hard Plaza.
Yeah.
All my boys had boats, 32
Yeah.
footers and shit. They had a slip to park them at Greystone on Jefferson and Dickerson.
Okay.
So we ride down. Instead of going to the concert, we had some baby from the boat. We got a better view off the boat than we did if we was there at the concert.
You're right.
Am I right or wrong?
It's a whole bunch of bumps
Right.
out there all
Right.
the time. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then when they had the Montreal Jazz Fest downtown on Howard Plaza, remember that?
Yeah.
Every year.
Mhm.
Then they had the custom western shit.
Yeah,
the Montreal was the last thing they gave at Howard Plaza, down by the old Hudson building.
They still do the Detroit Electronic Music Festival
Right,
at Hart
okay.
Plaza. Still.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. Shari Vari, some shit like that. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, man.
Who-
You just took us back.
who's your favorite rapper from Detroit?
My favorite rapper. Y'all ready for this shit?
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me. I'm not a rap fan.
Okay,
Okay.
but so Eminem or Kid Rock? If you had to pick one.
No, give me Eminem. Kid Rock all right, but give me Eminem, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eminem got the whole package, man. God
Yeah.
gave him one hell of a gift.
There you go.
Yeah.
And people don't realize Eminem they sold way more records than Snoop, more than any rapper in history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I gave little Rach. We had a guy a couple of weeks ago that was on with Young Thug.
Mm.
And she was like, yeah, he had 274,000 views, and I said, go to Eminem real quick.
To millions.
He had like 68 million.
Million.
Yeah.
And then
Right,
the
right.
guy
Million.
that
On
was
Spotify.
the guy that was here was signed to Young Thug, and I go type in Young Thug. Young Thug was at 20
Thug,
million. I said there's levels.
Young
Right.
Thug, he even jail in Atlanta though.
Yeah, no, I know.
And that little DE they got down on the Bay.
Yeah.
Little-
Yeah.
that
She's tough.
Right. But let me tell you about Atlanta real quick.
Yeah, how long have you lived in Atlanta?
18 years.
18
Wow.
years.
So
I moved
you-
at
okay.
05. Well, let me tell you what's happening in Atlanta right now. Atlanta is just like LA was when I moved out there in '66. Everybody was running out there to get in the music business, movies, and the musicians unions right there on Vine. That's from Paramount's pictures.
Right.
I just ride down there, man. I would see Sly Stone, Bobby Womack, everybody.
Damn.
You ride down there through there right now, you don't see nobody. You know why? Because everybody wants to rap. There are no more R&B groups. I grew up doing the R&B area. Me and your mom did.
Mm-hmm.
We was dancing, slow dancing, everything. When anybody's getting shot, you know what I'm saying? when nobody dressed like, right now the guys I see right now, I call them copycats. If everybody, okay, you wearing your pants, hacking out fast, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. Back in my day, it was about who's the cleanest,
Right.
who got the most money, who got the baddest babe.
It looked good. You gotta look good too.
Cause back then on Crenshaw Boulevard, every Sunday we would cruise. They had a car.
Yeah, a Woodward cruise. They
Yeah,
called
that
it.
the
Yep.
Volkswagen there was Big Will in the street races. I had a deuce and a quarter. I was with the luxury people. You know what I'm saying? And back then, if you had a deuce and a quarter, a Broham, Coupe de Ville, you sitting like this, riding like this. We call it 3/4 length. Your babe, she's sitting right here next to you. She leaning too. We like this, rolling down Crenshaw, doing about 25 miles. I would ride down from Rosecrans to Wilshire.
Sure.
Roll back down, get to Mary's Flat. Everybody park the cars.
Maverick Flats. That was my first place I ever hosted.
Right. But guess who's doing it? You ain't gonna believe it.
Who?
Don Cornelius, Soul Train, and Dick Griffith own Solar Records.
Wow.
They had it first.
That's crazy.
They just opened it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
You had Total Experience right there on Stock and Crenshaw.
Yeah.
So that was in my zone.
Okay.
So I knew Lonnie. I knew. But you and me, man, you know people.
Hey, you ever go to Magic City out there in the ATL?
Yeah, one time was Snoop. Let me tell you about that. When Snoop came out, I'm not a strip club guy. I
don't really like strip clubs like that.
No, my thing.
Magic City is like probably the most popular urban strip club in the world.
Right.
Yeah, it
but I'm
is.
gonna tell you why. College basketball players go to. My thing about a strip club.
And then here go another reason.
Right.
It's right across the street from the Greyhound.
Yeah, bus there, right across the street.
So if your bus is later, you
Convenient.
miss your bus, you go right across the street to the.
But the thing about Magic City, man, it's like I know DJ Funky and Kool-Aid, they run all the DJs down. I met them through Daz. My thing is like this: if I can't bring it home, why let you rub on me?
Yeah.
Right, if I can't take you home, I don't want that. I rather put the Mac down. Let my girlfriend come home and give me a show.
You hear me? yeah.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Hey, I told people, this is kind of a funny thing with strip clubs. I told people, I said, if you ever walking a dog and you see a dog try to wipe its ass on the grass, that's basically what strippers are doing. They're wiping their ass on your leg, and I'm like, that ain't.
Oh my gosh.
That ain't doing that for me.
Stop. I don't know if I can be
Oh
able
my
to get that
God.
image out of my
Check it
head
out.
now.
Yeah, but check it out. Look, okay,
That's hilarious.
That is so funny.
you guys know about Magic City, right?
Yeah.
They got another club called Strokers up there.
Yeah, strokers. Come
Right.
on. Yeah.
And all they
That's better, too.
All they win is shoes. Everything they buck naked. But let me tell you what, their husband right out there in the crowd. And so when they said make it rain, their husband count that money.
Yeah.
And they have this contest on who can slide down the poles the best. Now Magic City,
the stripper
even a
slide.
quick story. Snoop has his new bodyguard with him. Remember he came out with blue carpet.
Yeah. So
So Daz he knew about strip clubs. So they gave Snoop a whole bag full of money. And you know when in Magic City when they said make it rain, you got money flying all over the place.
Oh yeah. Big Meats created that.
Right. So what happened was, man, Snoop had a bag of money, and he was just throwing it out there. Daz said, give it to me. Daz started doing this like this. I was okay. I've Snoop give it to Daz. Daz good at that shit. Snoop don't know shit about
It's like an art to it.
Right.
Right.
So Snoop's bodyguard gonna tell me this big dude. He say, hey, Pops Snoop, hey man, I think I'm gonna go down and just try to get some of his money. You know, I told him, when you do it, I'm gonna close my eyes. He said, why? After the girls gonna whip your ass first, then the bodyguards gonna whip your ass. I always want to see it.
Right.
You go right ahead. But I'm gonna close my goddamn eyes.
Right.
Yeah, if you think you gonna go down and get that damn money,
Right.
them strippers gonna kick your fucking ass, man. Come
Hey,
on.
just so you know, out here it happened. I think it was NBA All Star Weekend. Pac-Man Jones threw like 25,000.
I remember that.
And then they tried to pick it up. They wanted to pick the money up,
Right.
and that's where the shooting happened. and
Right,
all
right,
hell
Wow.
broke
right,
loose.
yeah. But Pac-Man, I'm tell you what, Pac-Man went to high school in Cam Newton, 6 miles in Georgia.
Okay.
Westlake. Okay.
Okay.
I never been mid Pac-Man, but Pac-Man for me, he's a strip club fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But my thing is, here's the thing about me. I'm trying on the weekends in Georgia, they got about 4,500 strippers in Georgia. They got strip clubs, pin-ups, Onyx. Dad shot a movie in 08 called Make It Rain. I'm in that movie, right? And you got
My boy Lil G is in that.
I know Lil G.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my
When you say
little
Little
brother.
G, not
Yeah.
King Little G, right?
No,
Not
no,
the
no.
Little G.
Yeah. He was
That's
there.
my little brother.
Yeah, I shot with him for about 7, 8 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we went there, all the strip clubs around Atlanta, right?
The Pink Pony.
I was mad that I wasn't in that movie. Actually,
Now, the Pink Pony is off I-75.
Yep.
Going towards downtown. I know where they at, man, but I'm not a strip club guy. Never have been. Never will. I put the mag down. It's just simple.
what was the one? Black Onyx or the Onyx? It was
Onyx,
called
yeah.
the Onyx. Right.
That's for the downtown, but the
Yeah.
Pink Pony, you go past on I-75 going when you get around the farmers market, you see it on the right hand side.
I don't know what that's at. To be honest.
No, I-75 took I-75. When I was driving Detroit when I first moved to Atlanta, I-75 took you all the way down to Eastern Market.
That's crazy.
It runs out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you go from there to Atlanta.
Jump
Same-
on I-75, a 10.5 hour drive. I did it 5-6 times.
Man, that's like the 15 here going to LA.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's an important one. What's your favorite Coney Island?
All of them.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Right,
All of 'em.
Right. A lot of them are good.
People out here don't know about Coney Island. They know
don't.
about In and Out.
No, there's a hotel out here called the D, and they brought American Coney Island,
Really?
which
Oh shit.
I still say Lafayette is the one.
Yeah,
but
Lafayette. Come on, man. Give me some.
Huh?
Lafayette.
hey, but you know what?
Oh yeah, the one downtown in
Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah,
Not the one on the corner, the one on the side.
The one on the
Okay,
corner is
The brown, I
American.
think it's
Okay.
like brown and yellow. Or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
know what's crazy? Somebody just told me recently. I hope this ain't true, but they said they made dirty diners and they got shut down.
Wow.
But I'm like, that place has been there forever. That place has been there longer
Yeah.
than I've
This
been
is
in the
Detroit
world.
dirt.
I'm
24 hours.
I'm gonna tell you what my favorite spot was when I first moved to Detroit. Remember Dot and Etta's?
I remember that shrimp
Seafood.
place.
Shrimp place, right.
Yeah.
I just remember them having commercials on Channel 62 all the time.
Well, they had one on Gratiot, they had one on the east side.
And they had one on the west side too.
Right. Then when I worked in on 8 Mile Living Those, they had Top Hats straight across the street.
Okay.
Okay. I went there one morning and bought about 6 burgers. You know, them small burgers they got. Came
White
back-
Castle?
Right, White Castle. That's
Right,
right.
White Castle.
So I come
okay.
inside the post office. This baby named Fran. She said, she fell late. I said, what? You gonna have gas all day long? What you mean? She said, we don't call them burgers. We call them gas burgers.
Right.
Hey,
All day long, I had gas.
hey, they call them sliders, and that's for a
Oh
reason.
my god.
They call them sliders now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
God, now I
That's-
have like things like running through my mind.
I used to have a
Listen,
joke
they give
about
you
that.
4.
Bad
and I-
visions, bad
hey, they give you
visions.
4,
Ugh.
and I said only eat 3. Do not eat that 4th one. That's where you cross over.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I used to have a joke about white. I used to be like, you ain't supposed to eat them. You just lick them and throw them in the toilet.
When you think about the way they make that, that's a steamed.
swear.
That's a steamed hamburger.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And
It's
it's
a steam
soy.
ham-
And it's soy meat.
Right.
A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know that's soy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's soy. It's not even a real hamburger.
Right.
They got one out here in Vegas, but it's definitely not an original.
You remember Mr. Fofo's?
That was my boy. Fofo, his son, was my boy. We went to school together.
Collingburg. Derek Copeland lived down the street from me.
Derek Comey, my man, big homie.
Man, look at when I first got to Detroit, his corned beef.
Oh
sandwich
yeah, they
like
corned
that.
beef sandwiches be like.
But let me tell you this: once you got the contract with Kentucky Fried to make the potato pies, they got like that.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you the best ones I had, Lou's on 7 Mile.
Oh yeah, losers.
yeah.
Then the bread basket off 8 Mile and Green Line.
So you know the Lou's on the west side, right
Yeah.
there on 7 Mile.
Yeah.
that was the area I stayed in. That
Yeah.
was Shasberry. I think that was like Warwick going that way.
Yeah,
So
right.
I forget the street this way.
Stansbury,
Stansbury.
yeah.
There
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was a Little Caesars right there too.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I used to. One time I got robbed. My mom sent me to go get the pizza, and I'm walking with my happy ass home with the pizza, and some
Right.
dudes, big grown dudes, socked me in the face and stole the pizza from me. I was mad as hell about that.
I got one just as bad as that. I've been in Detroit less than 7 months, working overtime. I'm right there on Stopel. You know what Stopel is?
yeah.
Between Norfolk and 8 Mile.
Yeah.
So this is winter time. It's cold as hell. So at the post office they call it park and loop. You park your Jeep on the corner, and your mail take you up and bring you back to your Jeep, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on Stopel. I see his car, just parked, just running. There was 2 guys in it. So I walk up, come back around, and I never forget this young cat. He was tall like complexion. He gets out of the car, knock on the door, bam, bam, bam. So I'm on the porch putting the mail in the box, and these 2 guys broke out through the side door, running my way. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And he was left-handed, he started shooting. I'm thinking, well, it's a paper cut pistol. When I seen that smoke, and them shell cases hit the ground, it was a big bush right here. I went in my Vietnam mode. I rolled right over on the damn ground. He shot 2 of them, right?
Mm.
And the cops came out when they asked me because I was home. Well, I didn't see shit and went back to the post office. Then I got caught up again on Norfolk,
Damn.
going towards Livernois. Me and 3 other carriers out there. We out there smoking weed. We done with our route, and we heard these cars coming down Norfolk speeding. And they had pow pow. It was a guy in the back seat shooting at the car in the back. A guy in the back shooting at the guy that was hanging out. It was like
Oh my, like a
bad
movie.
dream.
Right.
They rolled
Yeah.
down Livernois.
Is that like a bad dream?
Yeah, seriously.
They rolled down to Livernois. They had a pharmacist there called Gloria's Pharmacy. We knew her because she lived in our zone.
Right.
And they pulled in the parking lot. She saw them trying to run into the store. She didn't have time to lock the door. She runs into the basement and locked the door. And they shot it out in there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, Little Rach, I see you got a notebook over there.
Yeah, I got a
we're
notebook
getting
full of
getting
good
close
stuff.
to wrapping it up. Tell
Okay.
me, give Pop Snoop your best question that you got on there.
Ask me a question. But let me say this before you start. I want to let everybody know that my artist Ani at
Yes.
she played at the Black Expo in L.A. 2 days ago.
Where is she
Okay.
from?
She from where you from? Rancho Cucamonga, I think.
Rancho
No,
Cucamonga.
Rialto.
Rialto.
And she has a hit record. She's up for a Grammy. A song called "Waiting for You."
Okay.
Okay, she my artist, but I've been doing it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm trying to get her a tour and everything. I've been doing it for a long time, but she got a hit record out called "Waiting for You," and I hope she win a Grammy and everything. But at the end of the day, this my artist. I want everybody to know
What style music does she sing?
R&B, man.
R&B.
I don't deal with rap.
Let me host it, man. I'm a comedian. I go on the road with y'all.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Hey,
Let's go.
give me your number before I leave, and I got you.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on, man. You my
Yeah.
new dad. I already told you that.
Well, in other
We
words,
good.
you
we locked in.
In other words, you be the opening night.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
I don't have no problem with that.
Right.
Get a question.
The
out
name
there, Rach.
caller.
Yeah. Okay. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at you.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question for you: how do you feel about the direction of society, like the way that we're going with technology, music, just everything? Period. How do you feel?
Well, let me say this. I want to thank Steve Jobs and Bill Gates for getting rid of record stores. Okay, which I miss mostly.
Yeah. I missed those. Two.
I want to
ain't
thank.
gonna lie.
I want to thank them for the $20 check I got from SAG and AFTRA.
Sag,
Sheesh.
come on,
And-
Sag, get with it.
And I want to thank them for my son been advocating. I'm streaming all these. I'm getting all these screens, but I'm not seeing no money. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Okay, but the bad thing about it is, like I said, the record stores. Cause think about it. Back in that day, Detroit, man. I know,
Chauncey's, remember Chauncey's on
Come
6
on.
Mile and Evergreen?
right?
remember that?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Let me say this. Back in the day, think about it. All the rappers had to go to the record stores if they was brand new
Yeah.
to meet everybody, and people came to the record store to see them. Right? Those
And
days is gone.
stores.
Gone.
Okay, back in the day, it's like the videos was a bomb. That's gone.
That's gone.
Okay, so that to me, it's a good thing they came up with cell phones and all this new technology and shit. But they screwed up the music business.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, because that guy named Imans calls those girls at Rutgers nappy-headed hoes, and he got on TV and said, "Well, Snoop them do it, Tupac them do it," and Too Short was the one that came out with the bitch. And Tupac took everything to the next level. Okay, they was the one that went to all the radio stations, telling all the program directors, you can play rap, but get rid of the cursing and stuff.
Right.
And we all know back then, unless you cursing on rap, your records weren't gonna sell.
You're right.
Am I right or wrong?
You had to say bitch, hoe,
Right.
suck my dick.
And
all that.
Bitch.
and the thing that really
True.
and the thing that really pissed me off. My most famous record store that we would go to was George's record store in Chicago. George was huge in Chicago.
Okay, that's the dude that's with R. Kelly all the time, the DJ,
Exactly,
right? Okay,
right.
all right,
Right, so-
all right. I know a little something.
Right. So that being said, for many of y'all, man, to you guys, the music business would never be the same.
It won't. I agree with that.
It would
I agree.
never.
Same
never,
with comedy. Same with comedy.
It would never be the same.
Never
It
be
would
the
never
same.
the same. I don't know what you guys. I don't know what about your era, but my era, man, your mom would tell you, man, I should love to go to the record store. I put some of the babies in the record store. I can't count them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I mean, on the weekends, everybody in the record store browsing.
I miss
browsing around.
watching I miss watching DJs
Yeah.
All
actually
that.
changed. That was part of
Right,
the
right.
show. The changing the
Yeah.
coming
Right.
with the crates and doing the albums. Now they're just
All that stuff.
now they're just pushing fake DJing. now.
Break dancing. And
Right.
a lot
What
of
else
stuff
were
came
H?
with
Your
that.
your top one.
Yeah,
So we can wrap it up.
Can
So-
I ask one out there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, what's a piece of advice that you would give to the youth today? Just general.
The youth that want to be in the music business, or just youth in
just
general?
like in general, I think, because you're coming from an older generation, so it's just good to have.
Oh,
What are
you
you
know,
telling your grandkids?
well, here's the deal. I'm making
Some
real.
wisdom.
Oh, me. Oh, my grandkids are on point. First thing I told my grandkids was their family history. I think every kid should know where they came from.
Right.
Everything's still. I took them back from the late 1800s up to me.
Oh, wow.
So they'll know their history. But the younger generation nowadays, they're not as aggressive as we was. Cause here's the deal: if you take a computer from a kid, you half-ass all right. Take their cell phone, they get pissed off at you.
Yeah.
So you got more kids now sitting at home. Back in my day,
You had
The
to go
more-
outside.
you were outside.
and
Yeah.
you wasn't around grown people.
I think my
It-
generation was like the
never-
last
never
one.
around. the-
Honestly.
Unless you was getting a
Backyard
glass
football.
of water, or
Right.
lighting a cigarette.
Right.
Other than that, take your ass back.
And
outside.
one thing Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
said, and you're gonna agree with me, the TV is not kid friendly nowadays.
No.
These kids nowadays be up all time tonight. And the bad part about it, you got more kids now being raised by their mom, cause ain't no man in the house.
Hello.
And here's the deal, and the moms petting them, not letting them be men.
Right.
And let me say this before you ask me the last question. One thing that pisses me off, when guys got kids by women, is making money, and the women use their kids against the fathers and still let them be fathers. So
I want you to talk to my baby mama. about
Okay.
that.
Man, please, women,
Oh, shit.
women.
I'm serious. It's
When
not,
you-
it's not the dads, it's the damn mamas.
A lot of somebody told me that back in the day, they'd always give custody to the fathers because they were more likely to let their kids spend time with,
Not
the
nowadays.
mom. No, yeah, now the moms are
nowadays.
keeping kids away from the fathers that even want to be present. So you end
Right.
up
Yeah.
getting categorized as a deadbeat dad, but you're not because they're not even letting you see your kid.
But now
Right.
that man, the kids nowadays, man, they're weak.
Yeah.
They're weak. Back in my day, man, my mom and dad was married for 48 and a half years before my dad died. I grew up on an iron fist. Your mom from Jackson, Mississippi, you probably grew up just like I did. Okay. But nowadays, man, these little young guys nowadays, no offense to them, they ain't worth a shit.
Man.
They ain't, believe me.
You
That's
know what
what-
I asked my baby mama?
pussies.
Her mom was like trying to fuss at me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I had mail coming there. So I see all this mail on your checks and, I was like, listen, child support. I said, do you think that God paid child support for Jesus?
What?
That's some black people shit right
Some
there.
I'm just
logic.
saying. I'm
Right.
just saying. He don't. So why do I got to pay?
So Spanky, before we got to wrap this
cannot
up.
with
What was
you.
your last question for Mr. Top Smoot?
I'm serious. So all right, so you out of town. You probably left maybe some stuff at home. You rushed home. You got a CD player or you got some music device and you're in a record store. What CD do you must have? Even though you had it thousands of times, what CD are you buying first?
Doing now,
Period.
OJ's.
OJ's.
They're my
Okay.
favorite group.
Okay. I'll fuck with that.
OJ's.
My mama loved OJ's.
OJ's, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, how can people find you on the internet, Pop Snoop?
Oh, on the internet, on Instagram, POP Snoop, one word. Pop
Okay.
Snoop.
True.
Oh, I got hacked. Okay.
Oh yeah. Real quick, shout out to our sponsors, Cocaine
Cocaine.
and Fuego.
Ow, that shit is fire.
Shit is fire.
Cocaine, the producer.
Right here, Cocaine, the
I
energy
just talked to him
drink.
I've been
today.
drinking
I just
cocaine
talked
all
to him
night.
today.
Do you know who his dad is?
He told me his dad was famous.
No,
but I can't remember.
Jerry Long, music arranger, just my imagination, all this stuff for the
Yeah,
Temptation.
just my imagination.
You're right.
Yeah, no, I was when we were having a conversation on the phone. You said you had went to school with Proof's dad. You know, Proof being one of my best friends.
No, I go. I
You
met. I
you
met,
met
him.
him.
I met him in Atlanta. He was program director
you.
for the Temptations. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, not program manager. He was the guy that ran the band.
Okay.
He played a whole bunch of different instruments.
Yep.
McClellan, he's about my age, but he lived in Royal Oak.
Okay.
Like McKinley Jackson.
I
that's
love
his dad.
I love Rollo. Shout out to Rollo.
Yeah, Royal
You know
Oak.
who my dad
no.
is?
But back in the day, blacks weren't allowed in Royal Oak or Ferndale. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I believe
8
that.
Mile. That's
Right.
out over 8 Mile Road.
Right.
Oh no, stay on this side of 8 Mile Road.
Ain't lying.
How about you, Little Rach? Where can they find
Am I
you?
right
at?
or wrong?
Right. Totally.
You can find me on the interwebs at Lil Rach, LILRAYCH. One thing before we wrap everything up here, I do want to say thank you for your service since you were a Vietnam veteran.
Right.
We do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes.
And yeah, we really appreciate you coming on today.
Thanks for having me. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's been
man.
awesome.
Yeah, bro.
And what I love
Totally.
about it, man, I'm here with people from Detroit now. We can chop it up for real.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's
Seriously.
the
For
one
real,
thing
bro.
I miss from being away from Detroit, man, is just like I said, when I do find people from Detroit, we gravitate together.
Oh, yeah,
it's just,
yeah, family, man.
You don't have that bond out here in Vegas. Everybody's transient.
On the
Right,
on the
that's
West
true.
Coast, you would never have that bun on the West Coast, man. Okay,
Yeah,
they got. See, I don't call it Detroit. I call it the Funky D.
The funky
They got
D.
Joe Mason.
the dirty.
He's
D.
why you call it the Funky D. Because y'all bring the funk.
Yeah.
Just that goddamn simple.
They do. They do.
And
bring
what
the
about
funk.
you, Spanky Hayes or
Carlos?
Carlos,
man.
it's Carlos now.
Yeah,
Get
this
it
Spanky
right.
Hayes is dead.
This guy
Spanky Hayes
reinvented
is no
himself.
more. I am not going by Spanky Hayes anymore. He was a fucking dirtbag, and Carlos Hayes isn't. There you go.
Aw.
Carlos, what is it? Official Carlos Hayes on Instagram.
And-
Carlos Hayes on Facebook.
What about you,
Okay,
True?
you can find me just on Green Room Radio, and then I did start a new page. My other one got taken. It's tru.e11even, which is my daughter's name. And then how about you,
Aw.
Hugh? Where can they find you at, producer Hugh?
We don't want Hugh.
We don't want Hugh.
Oh, can I,
I-
one last
One
thing.
last, yeah,
Your last
There
thing.
it
one
is.
You
last
say
thing.
last
Go
thing,
ahead.
then let me say
You got one last thing? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Do you have anyone that you want to shout out or anything?
Oh yeah. I want to give a shout out to all my grandkids and Snoop and my sisters and brothers, and especially Detroit, Michigan. All my boys, all my boys from College Park Post Office
Yeah.
and Kingston. And last but not least, I'm gonna give a shout out to myself.
Please give a
Hey.
shout out to yourself.
Seriously.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because
Please do.
people just don't know all the shit I've been through in this music business.
Yeah.
Especially Death Row. I leave
Tell
it right
'em.
there.
Leave it
Yeah.
there.
Gotcha.
I just want to say happy birthday to my daughter Jedi, who is turning 5, and she is fucking
Happy birthday.
bad as hell. But I love you, Jedi. You're 5 now.
Happy birthday,
Jesus
Jedi.
Christ.
Hey.
All right. Well, we will see you all next week.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Pop Snoop.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all.